I came to the realization just recently that we might actually see a repeat of the market that we saw in 2020 going into 2021 because things are lining up right now and I'm kind of worried about that. So first, let's look into what happened in 2020.
Enter room and close door.
Going into 2019, we just had a major and we just had the first operation in I think 3 years or something like that, so it was great for the market. The market was booming, there were a ton of people interested. CSGO broke 1 million concurrent players for the first time ever in the history of the game. Everything was looking up, prices were going up, community interest was going up, everything was going great. And then COVID hit and the Rio 2020 major got postponed. And you know what happened after that? More great news. Berlin 2019 was super overinvested in, so finally with a major being postponed, that means that people are going to run through these stickers, more of them are going to get applied, there's no new stickers to buy or invest in. These prices were going to continue going up and this was great for the market. More people profiting off of Berlin 2019 means more people spending money on skins and other stickers and older items and cases, and people making money off of the Operation Shared Web collection would also be great for the market. So initially when the Rio 2020 major got postponed, I was thinking, wow, this is amazing. This is great for the market. My Berlin 2019 investments make sense. There's going to be a ton of people profiting. There's going to be a big boost to the market. And we saw the massive sticker hype because of this. Now, I don't actually believe that the sticker hype was caused by the Rio 2020 major being postponed. I think that has to do with Chinese investors and market manipulation. But it definitely had an effect, and none of that would be possible if the Rio major didn't get postponed. So I would say everything was looking up for the markets. After massive hype like that, obviously you expect a dip, and I was expecting a dip of maybe about a month or so. So I held on to my items because I would assume they would recover at some point, so I thought, why not hold on to them? I'll just sell them a year later anyways, I don't need to flip them right now. But then the Rio major got postponed a second time, which we then found out the Rio major got cancelled. Now here is where the story flips, because Valve doesn't really do a whole lot for the game on a regular basis. So with no major introducing new stickers and with no operation adding new items to the game, what is there to do? What is there to buy? And because of that, a lot of people just kept stuff in their storage unit. And if you just have things sitting in your storage unit, you're not buying anything, you're not selling anything, the market kind of stops, and that's exactly what happened in mid-2020. After that announcement of the Rio major getting cancelled until they can hold events again, the market spiked, and then it dipped, and it stabilized. And it stayed stable, it stayed going down in price, especially with the Berlin 2019 items, they are still going down in price. So with that brief history lesson over, let's go into 2021 and what we are dealing with right now, looking at the Broken Fang operation. Now obviously the Broken Fang operation is different for investments because you spend your stars however you want, but the system is pretty similar. You still have to complete missions to get the stars, and there's still an option to buy the stars, which many people are doing. I think there's a lot of differences with the way the operation is ran. I think by the end of everything, there's probably going to be a similar amount of money spent compared to the Operation Shared Web collection. Because of this, I think the effect that the Broken Fang operation will have on the markets will be very similar to how Shared Web affected the market. We definitely saw a massive dip on the market just when the operation came out. We saw skins go down in price, stickers went down in price, cases went down in price. A lot of these items are still down in price, and I'd say that's very similar to Shared Web. Broken Fang might even have more of an effect than Shared Web did. Even though we were expecting it, it was still a massive dip for most of these items. So where we're at right now, we don't see investment potential because things are still going to go down in price. The stickers, the cases, pretty much everything is still going to go down in price. But with the guns, there's a lot of people that are gambling, getting like op fades, getting the M41 blue phosphor, the AK X-ray. Sell those items, reinvest. Maybe they buy cases, stickers, agents, or maybe they buy some skins they always wanted or some knives they've always wanted. Because of that, the market is alive again. Moving a few months in the future, we are going to see investments work out. So you see the people investing in cases, you see people investing in stickers. A few months after the operation, you're probably going to see these items go up in price. And because of that, we are going to see more interest in the market because people are selling their items, reinvesting, buying skins, buying knives, buying stuff on the market. The market is actually going to flow again. But what happens maybe 6 months after the operation? Maybe 8 or 9 months after the operation? What happens when the people that wanted to sell early have already sold? When the people that won from gambling have already sold? The only people left are long-term investors, and if no one's buying these items so they aren't going up in price, then the long-term investors aren't selling. So then the market freezes again. And we all know what happens when the market freezes. We just saw it this last year. So this is something I'm concerned about in the future. I see this being a very likely scenario, and I think it probably will happen. So what I am doing about this, possibly being the future, is I'm going to go through this next week or next 2 weeks or so, go through all of my Berlin 2019 items, my Katowice 2019 items, all of my newer stickers, and I'm going to find a price that I'm comfortable selling them at, and if it ever reaches that price within the next few months, I will be selling those items. Looking at what happened during 2020, I would say the safest thing to invest in is cases. When the market dies like it does, people still open cases. So cases were really instrumental in 2020. I would say that is the thing I profited the most off of. So that is probably what I'm going to buy if I do end up selling some of these items. If you like content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to talk about anything that I said in the video, leave it in the comments. I will try to reply to everyone that asks a question. Thank you.